So you house sitted for a house with a dog that shit on the carpet twice a day.
Correct. Steaming piles.
Were they like full pieces or were they like more like pudding?
It was a hybrid between pieces and pudding. Like they were, you could see that they fell out in order, but they'd like merged together. Like it was mushy.
So it was like banana pudding.
Correct. It was
not ideal.
It was like a mushy banana bread. But the good thing was it wasn't mushy enough to stain the carpet. So when you grabbed it, it just picked up just like somebody had dropped wet banana bread.
Okay, love it. Well, I guess we got that to look forward to when you get home from work today. Or are you done now?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm team cat guy from now on. I had a pretty heartwarming cat post this weekend because I realized how lucky I was to be a cat dad and not a dog dad.
Cat daddy.
So this is actually, believe it or not, the second time we've actually recorded this episode. The first one, Seth was stuttering like crazy. He couldn't fix his stammer. No, it actually was just, our camera was very low on battery and we thought we could make it, but the whole episode turned out bad because we were rushing.
Yeah.
You know, these things are a lot better produced whenever we don't feel rushed.
Agreed. And when we feel a little more energized than we do right now, but you know, alas, here we are.
True. Like I said, I'm a little tired today.
I'm too.
You going,
Mondays.
Yeah.
Monday fun day.
Yeah, Monday fun day. But today's topic, we actually made up a word for this. If anybody else thought of this word beforehand, sorry, we didn't know. But the word is friendnership.
How to have a successful friendnership is what we're talking about today.
How do I have a successful friendnership?
Friendnership.
Well, first, to know the answer to that question, you have to know what the heck a friendnership is.
What is a friendnership?
A friendnership is loosely defined by Google.
Okay.
Google being me, as
makes sense.
A business partnership with your friend.
Okay.
So it's a mixed word. It's a fictional word between friendship and partnership.
Does it matter if you were friends and then you became business partners, or if you were business partners and then you became friends? Does it matter?
It does matter.
Okay.
It does matter because if you were partners before you were friends, then your friendship was built on the business partnership, which changes everything. We're talking about when you're friends and you go into business with your friends and then have to become partners.
Got it.
It's the difference between a liger and a tigon.
So you think
they both consist of tigers and lions, but one has the male and one has the female, and it makes a completely different species.
Okay, I have no idea what we're talking about now, but Wade, basically what you're saying is it's much more difficult to be friends first and then business partners than it is to be business partners and then friends?
Yes.
Because the relationship wasn't first built upon like a partnership.
Exactly, because if your relationship was built on the partnership, then you were built on trials and honest conversation and calling each other out and hard decisions.
Yeah.
If you were built on a friendship first, you're not used to any of that stuff. You're used to just having sleepovers, playing zombies, Call of Duty, gossiping. I don't know what friends do. I don't have any friends. But
it's true.
That is what we're talking about, friendnership. So Seth, how do I mix my friendship and partnership? Well, actually, let's save that question for the very end.
Okay.
What would you say is the best part about being in a friendnership?
I think one of the best parts for me is it's cool to experience all the business stuff and to work with and to grow a business with a friend.
Okay.
Because it's not just about business, it can be about like building something cool together with somebody who's been a friend for a while. And especially if like with you and I, our dreams overlap and what we're all trying to do with our lives overlap, then it can create kind of like a fun shared experience.
True.
I guess could probably also be a bad thing, but it seems like it's a good thing because you and I want the same things, we're pushing towards the same goals, and it's more fun to share those things with somebody else.
Definitely.
Than
as
just
opposed
be
to
by
just,
yourself.
I mean, I think about being in business with somebody I'm not friends with, and that sounds, I don't know, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
Like imagine being like in business with somebody that you literally don't like, but they do a great job for your company, but they literally share equity in your company.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
It would be weird.
That'd be really weird.
But I mean,
like,
it's
man,
all
I hate
about
that
money.
guy, but
Yeah.
I hate that guy, but he's great for the company.
And we're making a ton of money together.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be enough.
Yeah, sometimes that is enough. Okay.
What about you? What's the pro for you? What do you like about being in business? Like a friendnership.
I think the best part is like I said, liking who I'm doing business with.
Okay.
Nobody grows up wanting to start a huge business with people they don't like.
Yeah.
You know, that would be awful. That would be the worst possible thing I could imagine.
Okay.
Even if I was making tons of money, it'd be like stuck in a relationship or a marriage where you're like able to have tons of kids, like you and your wife are just very, very potent.
Yeah.
But you hate each other.
Yeah.
It's like you're having a successful marriage on paper, but you hate the relationship that you have. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but that sounds like a nightmare to me. I would want to have a good relationship with my partner and make a ton of money.
Yeah.
And when I mean good relationship, I mean I'd want to be friends.
I think that's a fair parallel to
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I would not want to hate who I'm in a partnership with, or even just not hate, just not strongly prefer their presence.
Because some marriages, like the romance leaves, not the romance, but the love leaves, and you don't even like the person anymore, but you stay together for the kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think of if you're like in a business partnership and it's only about the money, like you actually genuinely don't like who you're a business partner with.
You're like, just wait until
money.
they graduate high school and then you're closing up shop.
Let's just ride it out until we sell.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Ride it out until our kids graduate from high school. It's kind of like the same thing. So
yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds awful.
what about, I mean, what do you not like about, what are some downsides, potential downsides about frienderships?
Potential downsides is that, so when you are a friend and then you become a partner, you no longer have either. It is now a friendnership. There is no longer separation of church and state.
That's true.
But that's actually my answer to our last question, which is how do you make this work?
Okay.
I think that you have to be okay with giving up both your friendship and your partnership for a friendnership. You have to be okay with leaving behind the separation of church and state, because it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible to fire your best friend and then still be friends with them.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, I'm firing you as my partner, as my business partner. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
We are people. We don't have schizophrenia. Yeah. I'm not my business Jordan right now, and then my friend Jordan after we start recording this. I'm just myself.
Yeah.
You know? And I know people talk about, like, one of our mentors, who's your dad, talks about separating the behavior from the person. And yes, that works great, like, you know, in a vacuum, but that person's still gonna be pissed off that they just got fired. Even though they're gonna understand that they let you down. Like, yes, you're not in the wrong, but still, I'm not gonna see you and be like, hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for firing me. Or, I don't know.
I think part of that advice that we get advice to separate the person from the behavior when we're giving feedback or firing somebody or like critiquing behavior. But I think the reason that's murky for us is because we went into business partnership with people that are best friends and have been our best friends for like 10 years. So it wasn't just like, oh, we're acquaintances. We're like, yeah, this guy's my buddy.
Yeah.
I'm going into business with my bud
Yeah.
that I go play flag football with once a week.
Yeah.
That is different than somebody who like you've shared your childhood with and you've been the best man at their wedding. Like that's a whole different ballgame. That person is almost family at that point.
Yeah.
It's not friends.
You can't separate. You can separate the behavior. You definitely can. But if you have a talk with your friend or your business partner, it's all the same. It's that person.
Yeah.
That's your friendnership that you're talking about. If your friendship goes, so does your partnership. If your partnership goes, so does your friendship.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other anymore.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think the downside of frienderships is you need to be aware that pretty much like what you said, it's never going to be the same again.
Guys, here's an example. We went into business with four best friends originally. We're down to 3 now, and one of them left the business in effort to salvage the friendship that he had with all of us, and he successfully did.
Yep.
We're all still friends, but I didn't see this guy who was my best friend for the longest time for a full year. Did not see him after he left the company. Unintended consequence. You can't separate the business from the friendship. It's just not how we operate, because if it's your business, you care about your business.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be torn between whether you care more about your business or your friends. So it's all the same at this point. I think you've got to be okay with that.
Yeah. All right, so
Seth,
we've defined friendnerships. We talked about the benefits, the potential downsides. Let's talk about.
Downsides.
I feel like you and I have a successful friendship.
We do.
So let's cut the script from this point. Let's just talk like boots on the ground, hard tactics. How do you make friendships work? Because going into business with your best friend or best friends is not easy, and partnerships themselves are extremely hard. Anyone who's been in a partnership, a business partnership, or is in one now, you know. And if you don't feel like it's hard yet, get ready.
Yeah, there's gonna be some tension.
Get ready. So let's talk about, we have a successful one. Why is ours successful, and how do we continue making it successful? So I feel like a friendship's a lot like a marriage. Sure, you can have all the right building blocks going in, you can have the right, you can mesh correctly, but it still takes work, it still takes maintenance like anything.
That's a great point. And to that point, I think I have my answer.
Let's hear it. You're welcome to the setup there.
Yeah, so it is a lot like a relationship. And relationships, especially marriages, and business partnerships are kind of like marriages. It's like a legally binding thing. You're in this, there's paperwork that says you are owner of this much, you're owner of this much. I think it's very important and crucial to a friendship to be growing toward the exact same thing. Have the same goal in mind. And what I mean by that is we can have our own, he can be working on financial stuff and I can be working on customer experience stuff. But as long as our goal at the very top is, whether it's sell in 5 years, whether it's to hit a certain revenue, whether it's to be a global franchise, it doesn't matter as long as we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because if this was a marriage and he got married because he wanted to have 7 kids and then I got married because I wanted to have no kids, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
That would cause a lot of tension on the partnership.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that which ties into communication.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the average, I listened to this book about, like, it's called like VC deals, venture deals by Brad Feld, and they talk about the average venture capital relationship with a VC and an entrepreneur is longer than the average marriage, because it's usually like 7 years on average. So they talk about, like, you should be courting your financer, your venture capitalist, like you'd be courting a wife or a spouse or a husband.
Take them out to dinner.
Yeah, like it's that important, because you're gonna be spending that much time with the person. And I think it's the same thing with business partnerships. They might not last as long, but they have the potential to last longer.
Yeah.
So, like what you said, I think it's important going in, think about, do you have complementary skill sets? Are you gonna wanna do different things? I think that's a super important thing. There's things you can do before you get into a friendship, and then there's things you can do during a friendship to make it successful. I think making sure you go in with complementary skill sets. For example, you're great at talking to people, you have a very, very glowing personality, you're awesome with customers. I, on the other hand, like, that is exhausting for me, and I have to fake it. I have to fake it till I make it. So the fact that, like, you kind of naturally have an advantage of talking to people and you're good at it makes me sitting behind a computer, like,
thanks, man.
That works out, right?
That does work. That works, I guess.
And the other thing is, like, so have complementary skill sets and also have aligned interests, like what you've talked about, before you go into the partnership together.
Yep.
You know?
You got to show. So at the symposium last, when was that, in February? One of the speakers used a line that I am going to coin and adopt to myself, but he said, he called it opening up the kimono.
Yeah.
You gotta open up the kimono and show your business partner what's there. Yeah, you gotta show them what's underneath the kimono.
You're like the kid in high school with like all the candy on underneath the jackets.
Yep. You gotta open up that kimono to each other and show them what you got, and be honest, be open.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing that we really do, or that I would coin our successful friendship to, is the fact that we're willing to talk, even if it's not easy talks. We are comfortable in those now.
Yeah. We are, I would say.
Like, you'll just be like, Jordan, we need to talk about something serious. And I'm like, oh, okay, what is it? And we talk about it, I'm like, and then we figure it out.
Yeah.
We're not, beating around the bush. We did with, some of our other partners, and that blew up in our face because we were unwilling to talk about it.
Yeah.
But we learned from that, and we're hoping we can teach you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it's like I love the community aspect of the entrepreneurial world. I love knowing other people that are trying to build cool things. I love supporting other people that are trying to build cool things in our city. And getting off topic now. But anyways, so we talked about, like, there's things you can do before the friendship that'll make you set you up for success. And there's also things you can do during the friendship. You talked about yours.
Sorry, I'm just yawned.
It's fine.
I'm done.
So mine is open communication. I think that's huge, huge. Being open, being honest, and communicating often is like the #1 thing for me that you can do today to have a more successful business partnership with your friends. Frienderships, even just normal business partnerships. Open communication is critical, and it's tough. Because it's hard to have those tough talks, especially with people that you already have a friendship with.
Or hate. If you hate somebody, it's even worse. So
yeah, but I
recommend friendships.
Like what we've talked about, that's the #1 thing for you and I that has made this successful. And where we've had faults, where we've had failures, that has come solely from a lack of open communication.
Yep.
And guess what? It's free. The fix to your friendship, the fix to your business partnership that's not going well is free.
Yeah,
it's
just
open communication.
download WhatsApp. We do voice messages back and forth pretty much all day with our partners.
Yeah.
Because if you're like me and you hate taking the time to type out something with your thumbs on a tiny little screen,
yeah,
it's so much easier, the voice message.
It's helpful.
So much easier.
Frienderships, man, that's it. They're tough, but they're worth it. I mean, they're good.
Say goodbye to separation of church and state, and you got to have an open line of communication. That's how you make a friendship work.
Yeah.
That's how we've made a friendship work.
We'll leave you with this. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.